Starting a brand new Facebook ad account in 2024, what do you need to know and how can you do it in a way that's going to maximize sales, ROAS, and being able to scale the account the most efficient way? Today, I'll be going over exactly that, what we do, how do we set it up, how do we move forward. This will be, this can be applied to lead gen, this can be applied to e-com, this can be applied to personal brands, pretty much any type of niche essentially, and any type of optimization goal. It's done the same exact way. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll be going over, our goal of a Facebook ad, the market research we need to do, crafting the first round of ads, ad account goal, ad account setup, and pretty much like the ad account management from there. So why am I credible to teaching this? I've been running Facebook ads since 2015. I've done over $100 million in online revenue with Facebook ads for my clients. Make sure you're aware of that. And I currently spend around $2 million per month on Facebook with my team. So number one is your goal with an ad. And this is something that a lot of people miss, especially a lot of people getting started. It's something I wish I would have known back in my early days. And that your market has desires, or also known as wants. So for example, I want a girlfriend, I want to make more money, I want to lose weight, I want to travel the world. These are all desires people have. And what's good about these things is that this is what we can leverage against people to sell our product to them. A lot of people think, oh, I need to go create demand for my product, and that's false. What I want to do is I want to find these desires in the marketplace and latch my product onto it like a leech almost, and show people how like this product can basically accomplish that particular desire for people in the marketplace. So again, we're going to call up the desire and then show people how that desire can be accomplished with our product. That's all you need to do. Call up the desire. Here's how our product can do that. Call up the desire. Here's how our product can do that. That's all you need to do. Okay. So here's a couple different ones right here. A couple of our clients, Black Gold, the anti-lazy elixir. Basically we're calling out just that desire to stop being lazy. People who have that problem of being lazy all the time. We're calling that out, being about being lazy. We're also calling out to boost focus, energy, and motivation. And then we're showing that product. And then we're talking about in our body copy of how it works. Here, our desire is to, feel sexy and, look good basically in the gym. And we're just simply showcasing this particular person, looking good in the gym with our clothing on, working out, and all those good things right there. So, here we don't really have to call it the desire. We're calling out in a visual way by showing people what they want. Now, where do you find all of these key things? This all comes from research. And this is where you can find the desires. And a couple different ways to do it. I go through all of these, but just kind of like a high level is you want to research 30 minutes a day. You want to look at your brand, competitors, and online content. Your brand, look at your social media comments, your ad comments, your support inbox, your reviews, good and bad, tagged posts. So like if you're on Instagram, like people can tag you. The tag post, competitors, people that are selling the same product as you, people that solve the same problem as you, reviews, good and bad, ads, tagged content, go on their Instagram, look what people are saying about theirs, YouTube reviews, Reddit reviews, Google reviews, articles, like all those good things. And then you have online content, which online content, this is like where you're pretending you're the customer. So, for example, we're working with a bone broth protein right now. So I sort of started simply asking questions that like a competitor or a customer would do. Why should I take bone broth protein? What's good about bone broth protein? Why is bone broth better than whey protein? Then I started to understand it was like, it helps you out with like if you have achy joints after a workout, it helps out with your gut liner and stuff like that. So then I started looking up things like, how do I fix achy joints after a workout? Because I want to see what other products people are positioning and stuff like that. And this gives me all really good ideas of which I can start to I can see what people are talking about around these key things, but also gets me ad ideas as well. Then what I'll do is I'll start going ahead and I'll put all of this together and just give you an example really quick here. We found this comment, literally just a comment in one of our Facebook ads for our client right here, Simple Painting. And what we did is we saw a comment in one of our ads of a girl tagging another girl and said, "Girls Night Soon." So what we did is we literally went ahead and we made a hook. This is for my girlies who need a girls' night soon. And we were able to spend $101,000 on this ad within 30-day window. So just giving you more transparency of like what's powerful about research. You can also see right here, this is my girlies who need a girls' night soon. I didn't call out the product at all. I just called out what they wanted, and then I introduced a product that's going to give them that really fun Girls Night experience. And another thing I like is foreplay. Foreplay is phenomenal. It helps me discover like other ads. So for example, right here, I just searched up mushrooms really quick, and I saw all of these ads that are like winning ads technically from other brands that other people have saved in the foreplay community. Go to like foreplay.co, I think it is. Phenomenal app. It's super powerful. Now, next thing is crafting ads. So once you have your desire, once you understand who your audience is, and you know how a product solves that desire, your next is your goal is to create 3 to 6 unique ads testing different marketing hypotheses. Okay. So what is a marketing hypothesis, right? This is essentially just different things you understand about the marketplace, right? So like for me, from like my bone broth protein, when I was doing research, one of my hypotheses was, we can target people that are currently taking whey protein that have upset stomachs because bone broth protein doesn't upset the stomach. So that's one marketing hypothesis. The other marketing hypothesis I have is that through my research, I identified the fact that it took a long time to make this bone broth at home. You have like soak animal bones for like 24 hours. If we could deliver that same quality, but in a powder form that people can just scoop up and throw in water and that's it, then that's going to save people a lot of time, and people love to buy back time. So that's another marketing hypothesis. Another one was for people that have achy joints after working out. How can we call it the fact that the achy joints is due to the problem of having a low collagen, and that you essentially need a good source of collagen right there. So then what we need to do is we just need to position our broth as a solution, bone broth as a really amazing source of collagen. So like those are 3 different marketing hypotheses and 3 different ways we can position this product in the marketplace itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna create these 3 to 6 ads, unique ads. Again, all of them are very different. They're all around that exact particular positioning. So, if I want to target, for example, like the people that are currently making bone broth at home, and the people that are, have like achy joints after a workout, they need completely different creatives, completely different body copy, and completely different headlines, because there's no way they could appeal to each other because of the differences in what we're trying to target. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll create one creative, one body copy, one headline. It'll be a video or photo. Again, what do I need to do, video or photo? It just comes down to my idea I want to articulate to people. So for example, like if I want to call out achy joints after a workout, I could do like a photo of like a guy and like showing like some red on the knee, and then like position like the bone broth protein. Will people make that big of a jump? Not likely. So I probably need to go create a video for that. If people are actively looking for bone broth protein, I literally just have to show a picture of the bone broth protein, and that's it. So it depends on where at in the sales process that you're getting people at. And then the second thing is, how much education do you need to do to those people to purchase your product and to get your ad idea across? We have a mixture of videos and photos in our accounts. I'm not like, I need to do photo or I need to do video. It comes down to, what do I need to use to get my idea across the table? That's it. And then what we'll do is start writing down hooks. So once we identified our different marketing hypothesis, next we're gonna start writing down hooks, right? So for example, if we want to write down a bunch of hooks to appeal to the person that has, like achy joints after a workout, I'll start writing down hooks to appeal to that particular person. So my first hook might literally be like achy joints after a workout ? That's it. Because I'm capturing that particular person's attention that has that particular problem, and then I'm going into it. So I'll write down a list of hooks, maybe like 10 to 20 hooks. And then what I'll do is I'll pick the one that resonates the best, right? So I'll write down 10 different hooks around achy joints after a workout, and then I'll pick the one that's the best, and that's the hook I'm gonna use for that particular ad. Again, the hook is gonna be the main text that you see on a photo or a video. So right here, the hook is 1 bottle shrinks minnow belly. Here, the hook is this is my girl is eating a girl's night soon. That's the hook. It's going to attract people's attention. And then you can also get some good ideas for the hook from like just going on like Google. That's why I like to do a lot of research, because like Google, TikTok, and YouTube, like if I go search up like achy joints after a workout, I can start to see like what people are titling things to get clicks. And I can start giving me ideas for how I need to structure my hooks. Sometimes I'll literally just go and copy and paste the like winning like headline that I see for like some of these YouTube videos or TikTok hooks. And I'll just leverage that like exactly how it is. Then once I have the hook for that particular ad, so I go write down 10 to 20 hooks for my achy joints after a workout. Then what I'll do is I'll pick the one I want, and then I'll go start and write out either a video or photo script. I don't do both. I just choose what I need to create to achieve, like to basically articulate that particular ad idea. So here is a video script right here, and then here is a photo script right here, just to show you the differences like that. Yeah, so that's it. Then once we have the script planned out for the photo or video, then I'll go and write the body copy and the headline for that. And, here, what I like to encourage people to do is that I like to write a Facebook headline and body copy that gets people to watch the video or provides more information and context around the photo. That's my thing. So like a photo will typically have like a longer body copy and headline, but then again, it comes down to where we're getting people out in the sales process. And it also comes down to what do we need to say to convey over our ad idea. Also depends on the product. Like clothing, it's always short. Whereas like if we have a very complex product, we need to do a little more explanation. Lastly, if you're stuck in the ad creation process, look at your competitor ads and replicate what they're doing. Cool. So now you should have about 3 to 6 unique ad plans. So basically like ad concepts, you planned everything out. Now you need to get this created. Okay. So here's a couple different ways we create our creatives. We'll do fresh content filmed from creators. So, we'll use Incense Pro to hire creators. Sometimes we'll hire videographers or photographers for product shoots. So a lot of clothing brands just focus a lot on like photographers and videographers, and that's it. And then sometimes we'll even use like stock photo and stock video. We'll use shutterstock.com. Again, it just depends on what you're creating and what you need. We have some videos that have a mixture of everything in it because that's just what we needed to articulate that particular ad idea. Here's a couple websites I use for like editing and stuff. NLC.com, amazing tool. We leverage, well, not anymore, but we did leverage it essentially just to, they basically have a dedicated graphic design team or video editing team that you can pay a monthly rate and get unlimited creatives done that thing. Again, just an editing team, so you still have to provide the content. Freelancer.com, you find some pretty cool stuff for entry level. So, a lot of people getting started. It's a really good one right here. Canva.com for photo. I've never used CapCut, but I know a lot of people talk about CapCut being really good for video. Cool. So now you should have about 3 to 6 finalized creatives plus body copy and headline. Now it's time to actually set this up in the ad accounts. So what we want to do here is we want to do one campaign. And you want to make sure when you set up that campaign, it's a sales campaign, a manual sales campaign. Do not do Advantage Plus campaign, a manual sales campaign. And what you want to do from here is you want to set the budget at $50 to $100 a day, whatever you can afford. Make sure it's about at least 30 days. If you can only afford $20 for 30 days, then cool, then do $20 for 30 days. But again, I want to look at what can we spend for the next 30 days. Too many people throw a large budget for like 2 days and they dive out. I like a longer term budget. So for the next 30 days, I can spend $20 a day. That's a lot better because it gives me more time to test different things. Okay. So Advantage campaign budget turned on to where it's, the budget's at the campaign level. Then from here, this is just another overview of it. Buying type, auction, campaign objective, sales. If you're in e-com, sales. If you're in lead gen, you'll do lead gen. If you're in, anything else, then sure. But, this is what we're using for this. For this is an e-com account. Use catalog turned off. Advantage campaign budget turned on, $100 a day. Now for the ad set, you want to just create, you can do website and shop. I personally prefer website. This particular example I had website and shop selected, but I prefer just website getting started. I've seen mixed case studies of website and shop, sometimes working really well and sometimes if not. This account has it like decent performance with it, but I'm seeing more accounts where just website work better than website and shop. So for the most part, we just do website. Performance goal, maximize number of conversions. Pixel, select your pixel. I didn't go over how to set up conversions KPI and anything like that. If you don't have your pixel set up already, just go on my YouTube channel and search up a video called like conversions API or server side tracking. And I show you literally step by step of how to set that up. But most people already have that set up now before they watch this. Conversion event, purchase, because that's what I want. It's purchase. Again, if you're running lead gen, you would select lead gen, just, whatever you're optimizing for. We have lead generation accounts with call centers selling like high ticket stuff. We have e-commerce accounts that are leveraging, purchases on their Shopify store. And then we also have personal brands that are just driving traffic to like a ClickFunnels page, for example, and getting purchases on like a course or something like that. Next thing is we have for the targeting, you want to leverage no targeting, age, gender, location. So like if you're targeting United States, you'll do United States. Assuming you're like if you're targeting a country, if you're like I sell a service-based business, then you'll just target that particular service region that you particularly service. So like if you're in, Brooklyn, New York, for example, you'd only target Brooklyn if that's the area you service. But if you're an e-com brand and you can target wherever, I recommend just doing like United States, unless you're like solely only can sell like the Netherlands, then only do the Netherlands starting out. Age group, if you know for a fact what your age group is, if not, just leave it 18 plus. Same thing for gender. Like if we're running a men's clothing brand, it makes sense for us to target men. But if it's unisex, then just run both. No targeting for age and for interests, and no targeting for lookalikes. And and that's because we leverage broad targeting. And broad targeting essentially is allowing the Facebook algorithm to do the targeting based off the creative you give it. So if you give it a bad creative, it's not going to do well. If you give it a good creative, it's going to work really well. Facebook pulls thousands of data points from each creative you give it, and it targets people based off what's in that creative. And what Facebook does is it consistently optimizes who to serve that creative around. The more people that stop the scroll on that particular ad, it's going to serve it to more people like that. The more people who do not stop the scroll and scroll past it, is going to serve it to less people like that. And every ad you create appeals to different people. So again, we talked about our marketing hypothesis. One of them was our bone broth protein targeting people that have knee pain after working out. Another one was targeting people who, basically just the time it takes to make bone broth protein at home because they have to soak animal bones and stuff like that. So these are all going to have different appeals in the marketplace. These ads with a large appeal can run significantly longer than ads with a small appeal. So that's all why some ads get more spin than others. Also, it comes down to where you're getting people in the sales process as well. If you're targeting people later in the sales process where like they've already been to your website and stuff like that, there's also going to be a significantly smaller audience than say someone who's completely unaware and we're convincing them they have a problem, then convincing them the solution, all that good stuff. And yes, this just show you an example really quick. Broad does create an audience based off the people who resonate with your ad. Here's just a quick example of what that looks like. This is a male golfer right here. In this particular creative, it got $9,400 spent on male. This is a female golfer right here. It got $7,600 spent on female. Why the difference? Because one, it's a female golfer. We're showing it to females. This one's a male golfer. Some females watched it, but not all of them. Okay, next thing is once you create your campaign, your ad set, then you're just going to load in all of your ads right here. So here we loaded in all of our ads. This one has 8 ads, but again, you can be about 3 to 6 ads right here. I wouldn't go over 12. 12 is the max. And these are all very different ads. Yes, in this particular example, they all have the same background, but that's just because of this particular product didn't really have many use cases. And also we were very limited with what we had on file. But in the way I like to do it with all of our accounts is 3 to 6 unique ads, so fresh content film and all that stuff. This is going to make or break the success of your account. Okay, so if you do a poor job at creating the content you don't follow, like this case, you're not going to have great chances of you succeeding with that account. Why? Because you did a poor job on your creative. If you actually spend the time of properly doing everything we covered, even though it was boring, that's going to make or break the success of our accounts. That's how we can scale some accounts from like $100,000 a month to $1 million a month. Some accounts from $100,000 or $10,000 a month to $400,000 a month. We've had other accounts we scale from $380,000 a month to $2.1 million a month. Like these are all things that we can accomplish because we spent the proper amount of time in the creative production and stuff like that. If you cheat it, you're going to get poor results. Then you'll be complaining below. The structure doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. You're going to keep going down the YouTube loophole of trying other structures when you realize the problem is not the structure, it's you and your ability to create creatives effectively. So after we launch all this, we're going to wait about 7 days. Don't touch it. Literally, that's it. I turn it on and I don't touch it for 7 days. And then from here, you'll start getting results. We can see right here, we ran this for 7 days at $100 a day. We spent about $676. We found that this 108 right here worked the best with $376 in spend and a 5 purchases at $75 cost per purchase. A little bit higher than we wanted, but it gave me confidence knowing that, hey, Facebook spent majority on this because it had the largest mass appeal. So this particular ad had a large mass appeal. It also got the most purchases. So now from here, I can go and start working on this ad to build better ads. So I'm always prioritizing what's getting purchases first. So if nothing gets purchases, then I'm prioritizing what got the most spin. If it got the most spin, then I'm gonna go start creating more angles around that to start working on purchases. So if you don't get any purchases in this first 7 days, you do not need to repeat this. Got so many people are like, oh, well, I think he purchases the first 7 days. We're going to repeat that. No, you don't need to do that. Okay. You run this for 7 days once, Never doing this again. I found an ad that either got majority of spin or got a bunch of purchases, right? Again, an ad with lower spin and purchases is going to be prioritized over an ad with a lot of spin. No purchase at all across the whole account. I'm going to prioritize what ad gets the most spin and work on making it better. Then I'm going to start moving over to the next aspect. So I'm going to leave this on, then I'm going to move over to the next thing. And I'm going to start creating my first round of DCTs. This is dynamic creative testing. So we got our baseline established. Now we're going to look to improve that. So at DCT, we're doing 3 creatives versus 1, and each creative is the same. I'll just have one different variable. So for example, if it's 3 videos, all are the exact same except each have a different visual hook. This will allow us to test 12 ad combos with 1 ad. And I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like. So you're going to create a new ad set, that same campaign, that same CBO campaign. You're going to leave that ad set on you have now. You're going to leave that ad that's winning right now on, and you're just going to go simply create a new ad set in there. That's it. And then you're gonna leave everything the same except you're gonna turn dynamic creative on. You're still gonna use the same audience group that we did in that prior one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna load in 3 creatives, 1 body copy that's new that we wrote for that particular concept we just created. And then we're also going to introduce an existing winning one from the ad that worked well for us. And then for headline, we'll do an existing winning headline that worked well for us in that ad that worked. And then we're going to do a new headline that goes with this particular concept. Now, this whole concept right here should be a marketing hypothesis based off of the ad you tested and what you can do to improve it. Okay. So, hey, this ad didn't really work well, or like maybe the cost per acquisition is a little higher. So what can we do to improve it? Or maybe get a lot of spin, but didn't get any sales. So what can we do to improve it? That's what I look at next. And then what we'll do is long term, we'll just keep creating new DCTs in this campaign to further improve things. So like here's like ad set number 1. And then we just kept launching new DCTs. We'll do 2 to 3 new DCTs every 7 days. 2 to 3 new DCTs every 7 days. If we have nothing to test, we'll just skip a week. And we'll just keep working on that next round. Every DCT needs to be based off a marketing hypothesis, based off a hypothesis of a creative we can improve or from market research. And then what we'll do is we'll see a DCT take majority of spin. Like in this particular case right here, this new ad took majority of spin and we saw overall revenue do really well. You can see May 18th. And we can see right here, we had a 47% increase in revenue and 155% increase in net profit. And then from there, it's just consistently keep scaling that CBO we set up on day 1. I'm still operating within the same campaign. I'm not operating in any other campaigns. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm still operating within that same campaign we created until we start expanding countries. I don't recommend expanding countries until you're talking about $50,000 to $100,000 a month. Then you can start expanding one country at a time. Just create a new campaign per country. And you want to create a new Shopify store per country as well, where you basically put it in native language and native currency and also native ads as well. And then, yeah, and that's pretty much it. Again, 2 to 3 new DCTs every 7 days. If we don't have anything to test, or sometimes we'll have weeks where we spend like 2 weeks and we don't test any new DCTs because we've been working really hard on a new DCT that's just taking a little bit more time from our creative team. If it doesn't lower overall CPA, turn it off. Goals to find new ones that take up 50% or more of spin that drops overall CPA, allows you to spend more. Again, Facebook's going to spend more on things that people like. So we want to focus on that right there. And then lastly, for scaling up everything, all we're doing is increasing that CBO budget by 20% every day if the prior 24 hours is hitting our target NCCPA. Basically just cost per purchase. That's all we're looking for. And then as we keep scaling up, eventually we'll hit a point where like NCCPA is not doing good. So we'll just hover at that. Maybe we'll drop it like by 20% and we'll just hover at that. And then we'll find new winning ads that allow us to break that spin barrier. And that's it, guys. I know this was a lot to cover, and I hope this video is valuable for you guys. This is exactly what we do for all of our accounts. Again, we do this daily for our clients and everything like that. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you're interested in me running your ads, click the link below. I help Shopify stores doing $100,000 a month, scale to 7 figures a month. And if you want me to mentor you, click the link below for having Nick Theriot to mentor you as well. I have a group coaching program that gets phenomenal results where I show people how to create better ads for their brand and business. So thank y'all guys. Happy New Year's and have a great rest of y'all day. Peace out.